Good day, today I'll be presenting my light fixture. So the name of the project is called Paper Petals. Paper Petals, as its name suggests, it is inspired by the modified leaves that surrounds the flower. Paper petals will be a large table lamp, and the main highlight, which is the petals, will be made out of newspaper, thus generating the name Paper Petals. These are newspapers that will be found around my house. But before anything else, let's start with the form finding. I first started sketching a lamp just to get a visual idea on how my lamp will look like. And then I started drawing a flower to see how I wanted to make my petal shape as. So I started shading it in just to create a more depth and idea. And then my first idea was a standard lamp with petals as the cover, while the second one is there will be two layers of petals, like one the original and one upside down. And my third was I wanted to create a curved ones just to showcase the stems of the flower. Now here is the final product I wanted to use, and the materials will be newspaper, toilet rolls, wire, cardboard, and battery operated light bulb. Now for the lamp stand. I first gathered a unused cardboard box, then I grabbed like a closed circular object in my room and started tracing it. Then I cut it out and started using another cardboard box to create the circular edges and make it smooth as possible. I started gluing it together using a glue gun to make it sturdy and stable. Once all my parts are ready, I started gluing it all together to create the base of the lamp. Now here I am just cutting out the excess edges. Now moving on, I decided to cut up the toilet rolls and rolled it together to create a more slimmer figure, and I glued it all together just so it can have a more sturdier output. Then I repeated this process for the other toilet rolls to achieve the same look. For the curved portion, I decided to cut up a regular toilet rolls into two and then stick it together in a curved way, and this is how it looked like. Then I started gluing on newspapers on the cardboards to create a rustic appeal to the design. Once the parts of the bases were done, I started spray painting it gold. Now moving on to the main highlight, which are the paper lights. So first I grabbed a stencil and started tracing it onto the newspaper. Then I started cutting it out. Then I decided to crumble the paper because, as mentioned, I wanted to have a rustic appeal and I wanted to showcase that imperfections can be beautiful too. Then I grabbed a wire and started gluing it onto the paper. Then I grabbed another cutout from the one I cut a while ago and started gluing it on top of it. All in all, I had 10 pieces together and 5 smaller ones and 5 slightly bigger ones. After that, I spray painted it white. Now I'm just waiting it for it to dry. Once everything's complete, I had a cutout circle with a small hole in the middle, and started placing the pieces together. Now I'm just curving them out with the help of the wires. Following the same format as I did with the petals, I did then for the leaves. Now here is how the final looks like. Now here's the final output. Thank you for listening.